Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. I'm here at the cabin, and I don't like to do shows from the cabin very much. I spent most of today working on the cabin, but I definitely want to accommodate tonight's guest, Stephanie, who does some amazing tarot card readings. I should say it has been quite some time since I've had a reading, probably more than 10 years. But she offered to give me one, and I asked a very specific question, and I was kind of, honestly, I don't think that I was expecting quite the quality of a reading that she came back to me with, and it was really impressive. I don't want to say that I had low expectations, but I guess I did, because I wasn't expecting. She sent me an audio file, and I really thought she had some incredible insights into something I have been thinking about, worrying about for quite some time. I used to read tarot cards myself ages ago, and have recently sort of gotten back into learning them again. But I'm a real amateur. So I thought it best, if we're going to do tarot card readings on the show, that we bring in somebody that actually knows what they're doing. So we looked high and low, and we found Stephanie. So I'm going to welcome her here to the show. How you doing, Stephanie?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, you as well. Finally to get to interact through video
It's
chat.
always interesting to me when somebody's in my live chat for a while, and then you get to actually see them and talk to them and connect a name to the avatar, right?
Right.
So I don't want to really talk too much about the reading that you gave me, because that was kind of personal.
Right.
But I wanted to ask you, like, when did you start with tarot cards, and what got you interested and things like that?
Yeah. So, okay, to break it down, obviously with tarot cards, this is I've been doing it for about 5 years, and I guess when I was a young child, I had, these abilities that I didn't really understand, and I just didn't understand them. I just felt like it's okay, it's normal, whatever. And as I got older, I started to kind of catch on a little bit of like what's been going on. And then, I used to actually read my friends in high school. Like, we would be on the phone late at night and talking and stuff. And I'm like, yo, you want to check something out? They're like, yeah. What do you mean? Like, check something out. Like, well, I was like, I can tell like what's around you. And I can kind of tell you in description of what it is. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, okay, excuse my language, because I do.
No, it's quite right.
And so, yeah, I just felt like at that point, my friends were tripping out because I was able to do that. And then, after that, they're like, "What? How did you do that? Like, what is that?" I'm like, "I don't know." But lo and behold, that's actually remote viewing. That I didn't realize that I was actually doing that.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it just kind of like tripped me out. And I was like, "Well, even to me being able to do that, it was just different." And then after that, after some time, around my 20s, I met my friend, she's here. I have my sport team in the behind me, and this is a rare moment because I never get to see them. So, she introduced me to a school, and this is based out in Arizona. It's Southwest Institute of Healing Arts. And I was taking one of their programs, and one of their programs were about learning how to read people and using your natural gifts that everybody has. Everybody has a gift to be able to see some insight about what is going on energetically with them or with other people.
Do you think I hate to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do you think that everyone has these abilities? But see, what I think is that everyone has some form of ability or precognition, or call it intuition, but that there's a spectrum, and some people are very high with ability on that spectrum, and some people are very low. Right.
Totally.
So would you consider yourself higher on the spectrum?
I guess I just don't put labels on myself, right? So I feel like labels, to me, it doesn't really describe truly like certain things that happen or certain capabilities. So I feel like, I think, to be honest with you, it was passed down because my grandmother is able to know things without anyone telling her, and she'll ask my mom things, and then my mom's like, did you talk to your grandmother? I was like, no, I didn't. Like, she's like, well, how's your grandma know? I was like, well, because I guess grandma's really, intuitive. And then my mom too, like, she'll dream stuff before something happens, and that's really crazy too. So I feel like it's just something that runs in my family.
Yeah, I had a grandmother that had, like, not my grandmother actually, but like a great aunt. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and she said that she had the touch,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I never understood what she meant until later, but she meant
Mm-hmm.
she had some sort of touch from, I don't know, angels, God, something
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
enabled her to see things and dream things before they happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember several examples of this, like growing up. She was kind of like the freaky aunt, like the new ager, sort of like.
Yeah.
My family's pretty conservative Christian, and that's a whole nother thing, because to a lot of Christians, like, this stuff's all evil and from the devil, right? Like, I grew up
Mm-hmm.
very strict Catholic, and my
Same.
father found tarot
Yep.
cards and burned them.
I bet.
Took them out in the backyard and burned them and made me
Shit.
watch, right? So,
That's
like,
crazy. Yeah, like that happened to me too. Well, not happened to me, but my mom, she's, her Catholic faith, right? And I grew up Catholic. I got baptized. I did my first communion and all that stuff. I was on that pathway. I went to church school on Wednesdays. Like, it was that deep that I was in the Catholic faith. And then as I got older, I just felt like it just didn't resonate with me anymore. I felt like there was something wrong with it.
Oh, I feel that. I joke about it, but I really did. I almost became a priest. Like,
Wow.
they sent me to St. Charles Borromeo Seminary in Philadelphia every weekend for a while, and they try to recruit you and convince you to sign up.
Wow.
And at first I was really kind of thinking about it, but then when I saw, like, it just seemed sad to me how these dudes all live in a house together, and you can't have a family or a wife, and
Mm-hmm.
I finally came to the realization that no good or just God would begrudge a man a nice wife and a companion, right? Because life is hard. It's hard enough without having a spouse around to help you through life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I literally left at 3:00 in the morning because they wouldn't let me go earlier. I'm like, I'm out, I'm done, I'm going home. and they're like,
Wow.
no, stay till tomorrow. But I was afraid that I would get further brainwashed the next day, because that's what it was. It was like they were trying to convince you the whole time you were there to sign up.
Wow,
And,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like, it was crazy to me. So I just got my stuff and snuck out in the middle of the night and took a bus home and never went back. And my like, people were disappointed. People expected me to do that. I was like an altar boy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
wow. Yeah, totally.
So we have a bunch of people here in the live chat, and it's starting to fill up.
Really?
So I don't know how to do this. Like,
okay, so usually so I do this on a regular basis. So what you do is you can have one of your moderators go ahead and basically line everybody up. So whoever's first, he'll make like a list of the names so that people see where their spots are at, and then you just tell me who's next.
Oh, well, you're in charge here, not me. But okay, yeah.
Well, I don't know how to do the. I don't know if you.
So
want
if
to
anybody would like, and in order to make sure that everybody can have some time with Stephanie, maybe just ask a simple question or something you're thinking of, right? Not like you're not going to do like a big, huge reading for everybody, because it would take too long. Yeah, but we can get everybody your contact information for if they would like a full on reading. And after the one that I got, I sure would. I gotta say that, like, I'm not usually that easily impressed with any psychic or tarot card reader, but Stephanie touched on things that I didn't tell her. Lots of stuff. I just asked her a very simple question about something I had been thinking about, and she went into incredible detail about sort of like the battle I was having in my own brain about a decision that I have to make. And all of the pluses and minuses of going forward with it or not going forward with it, would I regret it later, and all of these things. And also the decision involved something that I had seen, like that I may purchase or, but anyway, she nailed it on a bunch of different points, and I was pretty impressed. So anybody who would like to have some sort of tarot card reading here in the live chat, put me in all caps and we'll get started. I guess I'll just do my best to try to moderate this.
Yeah, because they can come in pretty quickly. So
Oh, Killboy 2201 is in line. So
okay.
yeah, just say in line or me if you would like a reading, or I'd like a reading, but put it in all caps so I have an easy time finding it if we have to go back after we start doing this. I guess we could. Yeah, I hear you shuffling already. Yeah. Crystal Beauty is here. Killboy 20100. I want to go first. So, okay, you're first. Killboy, ask a question, though. You have to ask a question or something that you'd like to know more about.
Also, give me your birth sign, please. That helps also.
Yes, birth sign. So, Killboy's first. Give us your birth sign and a question that you want to ask. And then we have a bunch of people here that would like to. So, everybody who would like to put in your birth sign and your question, and I will do my best to go back through the live chat and find you after the first one. But Killboy, birth sign. We need your birth sign if you want your reading and a question. My question. No, don't write my question. Write out your question. Oh, he just wants to know about
my future.
They want to know about their future. I'm sorry. I don't know if they're female or male. So pardon me with the pronouns. I don't want to get in trouble. It's so easy to get in trouble now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and they just want to know about their future, and their sign is Capricorn.
Okay.
So let's start there.
Alrighty. It's pretty much a general reading here. Okay, so far, I'm going to pull two more real quick. Give me one moment.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to tweet this out so that we get some more takers here.
Yeah. Oh, a couple cards fell. Give me a second. Okay, so Killboy, you're a Capricorn, huh? So we have the 10 of Torches, we have the 7 of Pentacles reverse, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles reverse. So we have the 10 of Torches. So there seems to be coming up an ending of a tough battle that you've been dealing with for a long time. Could be financial, could be dealing with relationships, it could be dealing with your inner self, working through those energies and pushing forth into a different direction of the way you see yourself financially, the way that you're doing things in your life, how you're pushing forward into a different time now. And you understand this. I feel like springtime is going to bring you a different perspective in your finances, because we have 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something that is not growing anymore. So this is also telling me that something wasn't working anymore for you, and you're pretty much coming to an end with it. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. You're not worried about it so much. I feel like you're slowly getting out of that stage of being worried about what has been going on in your life. In conclusion, we're pulling an oracle here just to kind of look at it from a different perspective for Killboy.
Yeah, I'm going to solo you in a second, but also we have people in the Facebook chat, and they can't see if I write something in our aggregated chat. So for the people in the Facebook, we have Meredith Smith that would like a reading. Will I find love again is her question, but give us your birth sign, Meredith. Yeah. And I'm going to solo Stephanie here.
Unique gifts. This is incredible. So I feel like you're starting to realize that you have talents or something that you know that you're really good at, and you've mastered it. You're starting to begin to understand that about yourself, and you're like thinking, okay, I think, you know what? I think it's time to try to make money off of this. I think it's time to try to make money off of my talents, what I know how to do. You have unique gifts too to help people around you too. Like you have healing abilities, with family members around you, just people around you that you communicate with. Like there's just something very different about you, and I think that you're starting to understand that too as well. And you're just moving in a direction of really starting your passions and going forth what you feel that your purpose is here on earth. So I feel like things are going to start looking really good. I feel like around this incoming month of April is I feel like you're really going to see that new beginning sprouting for you. So I hope that helped you, Kill Boy 2100.
Yeah, the numbers always get me. Sometimes people have very difficult ones, you know.
Right.
I was calling somebody the totally wrong name. I was calling like conspiracy for like a year, and then he was like, "No, it's just a clever way of spelling conspiracy." Conspiracy. I called him conspiracy for like a year. Yeah.
Wow.
So we have Meredith Smith in the Facebook live chat or in the Facebook comments, whose sign is Leo and wants to know if she will find love again. There's got to be a common question, right, Stephanie?
Always.
People are concerned about, and her sign is Leo and wants to know if she will find love again. I hope you do, Meredith Smith.
I hope you do. It's an incredible thing. You have it. Okay.
Then you get married, and then it's not so fun anymore. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get in trouble. No, it's marriage is amazing. Just in case my wife is watching, I love my wife. Marriage is amazing. It's difficult, but it's amazing.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, you have to put a lot of time and effort into.
I don't know. All my friends and so many of my family are divorced or working on their third wife, and you know.
Wow.
So I'm an anomaly because I've been with the same woman for like 20 plus years.
Wow, you know? Good for you. That's good. Okay, so what I'm getting right now for her is that, you know, there was a offer of love that had approached you in the past, because it's also in reverse. So it tells me that with this energy here is that, you know, someone trying to offer you love could have been a past relationship trying to, you know, make it good again and try to apologize. And I don't think you're really wanting that. I think that that's clearing away now. I see that that's no longer going to be an issue. I see that you're definitely trying to manifest somebody here, though. You're definitely working on manifestation and working on the person that is ideal for you. You're just wanting that person to manifest. So, you know, and that's great. But a few things with this is that it's not about manifesting the person that you want. It's about, have you really worked on those inner demons or those issues from childhood, those things, those traumas? Have you healed that aspect of yourself? And when you say you say yes to that, then that is when that person will come to you when that moment in time is right. So don't go in between the way that the universe is trying to provide you this situation. Allow the universe to surrender. Allow the universe to give you what it is that you want. Don't try so hard, because it's starting to feel like you're not getting that fairy tale story where you're meeting somebody and you fall in love and you get married and da-da-da. This is not, it's not happening right now, because you need to surrender. So just ease up a little bit, take time, and, you know, allow it to come to you while you are working on yourself.
Well, that's great advice. You know, when I met my wife was when I was like, I'm happy by myself. I don't care if I have a girlfriend or ever again. Like, I'm just doing my thing and I'm happy by myself. And I think that kind of confidence attracts people.
Yes,
and meanwhile, you have people out there that are just like reeking of desperation, trying to find a date, and they can't. And I think it's because they, you know, reek of desperation.
And the one thing too is that the oracle says here is air. So if you can see the artistry of this is very beautiful. It could kind of be very descriptive on what that airflow means, and that's by you being and then allowing the universe to flow through you and outward. And what that means is being connected to the higher self. Don't focus on that ego, because that ego is the desperation aspect. It's more so connect with your higher self to allow someone to come in that basically goes in connection with you, and that's because you worked on yourself. You'll get somebody like that in return that's healed as well, and to give you that love. So yeah, I hope that helped you.
Let's find the next one. I saw one, Pisces. That's another one I don't know how to say.
Okay. Pisces, of course.
She'd like to ask whether her youngest daughter's health issues will resolve or be a lifelong battle. And her daughter is a Pisces.
It all depends too on your daughter's age, right? So only because the only reason I'm going to be saying this right now to you is because I am in the health sector, right? So I'm studying holistic nutrition, so I understand all of that. So it all depends. I can already straight up tell you how her diet is looking. And what is she intaking? Does she have a disability? Does she have a disease? So these are the questions that's very personal, and tarot can answer that. But I, as a point of view of seeing what's going on, it's all about that diet. Like, what are you consuming? Are you consuming high vibrational foods like your fruits and your vegetables and your greens and your herbs, like, and if you're not vegan, of course, it's a different story, right? So we have to arise. So I feel like there is something coming into the horizon that may cause an issue. And that's something that, again, has to deal with what is she doing currently. She has the strength to keep pushing forward. I feel like this isn't going to stop your daughter. I think your daughter is going to understand what she needs to cut out in her life, whether it's her diet, people, situations, things. Remember, it's not just also nutrition. It's also other things that can create ill health. The way you think, people around you, it can be toxic relationships can cause disease. There's a bunch of different ways that you can get disease. It's not just by health, by eating. I've been guided to push something forward to you, the mother. There's something that's changing here. You're not sad anymore. You're not holding on to the past anymore. You're letting go. You are a little bit balanced, but you need to stop pushing forward the way that you're pushing. There's a delay here. So there's a delay with the Emperor in reverse. His Temperance is imbalanced. So you're trying to push forward into something that can cause you to be a little bit stagnant. So you need to remove yourself, allow yourself to flow with the energy. You're forcing something to happen. Don't do that. Allow it to flow. So one more card here. We're going to take some Oracle. Overall situation for you and your daughter.
Can I ask you what kind of deck that is that you're using right now?
This one?
Yeah.
That's my Lumerian deck.
And how many different decks do you actually use? Do you use a lot of different kinds?
Oh, yeah, I have a lot.
You have a collection.
I have a collection. I know I have a collection, but you know what? It helps me so much because there's so much artistry out there. And like I said,
I like them just for the art of them.
Yes, yes. And everyone has their own, like, I don't know, their own twist to the tarot, and I get to see how different, tarot readers put their mix into that. All right. The Portal Keeper. Very interesting. I feel like you, as your mother, like being her mother, I feel like you are her guide and her everything. And I feel like it's patience is what's being asked from both ends, and your daughter needing to change certain situations in her life so that she can uprise her energy and so she can be healthy again. I think both of you guys hold that key within. So it's all about going within the soul. Doing some meditation work, some journal work to be able to release the things that are toxic that maybe you or your daughter are holding on, so that you can heal. All right. So I hope that helped you.
Yeah, she's saying, I hope you caught my question. I think I got lost. No, you were asking about your daughter's health situation and if it would resolve, right? Piscanesque, that's what I thought that you were asking.
Helping up my question. Yeah. So in other words, the health, she has to go within to be able to resolve the health issue. Remember, there's attachment situations, things that she might be doing that is causing her onset disease. And like I said, there's a lot of factors that go into, especially me, the nutritionist side of me, of like what's going on, So yeah.
Yeah, I hope that helps there. And next, let's see if we can find somebody else. Okay, David Hill. He's going to jump the line until I find the next person. Facebook, he's in the Facebook comments. He's a Capricorn, and he would like to know about his finances over the next 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that the most popular questions, love and money, right? Those are two pretty important things, love and money.
It's a lot of relationships for sure, but I also feel that it's also too like a lot of people feel lost. You know, they don't know like what direction to go into, or they feel like they're feeling low self-esteem to push forward. And and I try to unlock that's the problem, and I throw it in their face, and they're like, "Whoa, I never realized that it's that." And then they're like, "You know what, you're right," and then boom, boom, boom. And then they come back to me like, "Wow, you know what? You're pretty on point. Like, I can't believe that happened." And I'm thankful that you told me that. So that's my happiness. It has nothing to do with financial, right? Because a lot of tarot readers are like, "Hey, I want my money before I give you my reading for you." I'm more like, no, I just want to help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right off the bat here, David, is that with the 9 of Pentacles, you're feeling a lack of. I'm getting that you're feeling that you can't attract the abundance that you're seeking. I think you've been watching a lot of what's been going on in the news and stuff like that, of how to increase your finances. And I feel like you know what that is. It starts with the C and ends with the no. And we have the King of Wands here too, so it's in reverse. So I feel like you feel like there's stagnation. There's going to be some type of stagnation that's going to be going on in that span time, and that's something that has to deal with an emotional resentment, or something that you're resenting that is not allowing you to push forward. So you need to figure what that is, what that situation is, so you can unlock that for yourself. Pull one more card and then one oracle for you here, the ultimate result here. Yeah. So the Sun card, the universe is telling you to stop. You need to take a step back when it comes to your finances, because you're too analytical into it. You need to kind of take a step back. The sun needs to go this way so that you can start pushing forward. So, figure how you can unlock what has been stagnant into your life and allow that energy, that fire energy, to flow in you, so that you can start manifesting that abundance. So that's what's holding you back. So ultimately,
it's good advice.
Yeah. Fire. Isn't that funny? What did I just say? I talked about fire energy, and that just popped out. So here, it's definitely telling me you need to go within and unlock yourself to your true potential, which you have high potential to make a lot of money. So you need to get out of your ego so that you can let the fire go up, so you can connect to the sun. Because that's the truth right here. So I hope that helped you.
Okay. Any other takers here? Put it in all caps, please. I'm having trouble getting back through the old live chat. Oh, the context, Daniel is here. He is a Cancer. And he wants to know, will he ever see a dumb, stupid alien in the skies? He's kind of into UFOs, and he's probably been looking for a UFO or aliens for quite some time now. He'd like to know if he's ever going to see that.
They're saying no. And the reason why I'm saying this is because
that was fast.
Because I hear a loud noise coming from here saying no. It's like no, and the reason why they're saying no is because of you're not open yet. You're not open yet to see that.
Yeah,
your ego may say yes, but your higher self is like, you're not ready, because they feel like if you were to see that, I think you'd lose it inside of you a little bit, because a lot of people are not ready for those type of contacts, or those type of like seeing things like that in the sky, or connecting with an ET. Like, it takes a lot of time, a lot of awareness, a lot of openness. So I'm gonna get them, instead of doing tarot, I'm gonna do Lumeria, because this is a ancient alien energy here through these cards, so they'll tell you real quick. So let's pull a few from here. So you are the portal keeper. So yeah, you're standing in your way. They're telling you you're literally standing in your way. You need to back off a little bit, work on yourself a little bit more, and you'll be able to access that portal where you can see those extraterrestrials. And they're not stupid. They're very intelligent. Internal explorer. Yeah, you're trying to explore. You need to look internally. It's telling you that, right? It's very clear. Look at that. So you need to look inside of yourself to be able to unlock that so you can actually see them. And then beyond the mind. Yep. Look at that. You need to unlock that third eye, the crown chakra, to access that type of energy. Hope that helped you.
Yeah. So anyone who would like a reading, please just do it again, because I'm having trouble going back through and trying to figure out who had theirs and who didn't yet.
Exactly.
I saw Renee Miss Jonaside gave her, I think she wanted one, but she didn't put a question. So you have to put a question here. We're doing quick readings. We're not doing big, long ones.
No. Yeah, that takes a lot of time.
Okay, there's Renee Miss Jonaside is Pisces and wants to know, will the new therapist work?
Interesting. All right. Actually, let's use this one here.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I just want to thank Stephanie for doing this, because we've tried to get a few others, but some of them are,
standoffish or what?
Yeah, I guess because we tend to be a little skeptical here about a lot of things, so they thought they were going to, be mean to them or something. I'm always kind to guests, even if I disagree with whatever they do or they're saying, I just interviewed a guy who said that reptilian aliens trained him to be a better cop. Okay.
I couldn't. And he was so convinced.
I was nice to that guy too. Like, I was nice to him.
That was a good one though. Overall, I felt like the chat was going off on it. That's so crazy. Funny.
Well, we're going to continue with that series soon. I have a few more people. One is an alien hybrid, and one is an alien abductee.
Ooh,
so
that's
we'll
a good one.
Get to hear their stories. Yeah.
Okay, so for Renee, I feel like you're going to be disappointed, and you've been disappointed because you haven't found that perfect person to be able to work with you in your energies and what you're going through, because we have the Three of Swords here. So it's telling me that, having a lot, dealing a lot with your heart chakra. Like, I see you kind of really frustrated and bummed out because things have not been working out the way that you want them to. And then we have the Prince of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so there was a therapist in the past that you definitely were with, and you were very disappointed the way that things have ended, and you have not been communicating with the universe. I feel like there's a disconnect with that because of the stars in reverse. Just not really connecting and understanding what is going on. I feel like this new therapist, you may not like them in the beginning because of what you've dealt with in the past. And so that just takes time, and you have to have patience is what I'm getting to. Like, if you can't find one right away, it's okay. You will. Allow the universe, spirit, to give you someone that can really help you to the best of their ability and that you connect with. So ultimately, I think there will be some happiness once you connect with this person, because this is my 10 of Cups here. And then, try to work on it yourself too. I'm getting to, you need to give yourself that extra love to yourself, to your higher self. Like, you need that extra love. You've been helping people around you so much that you forget about yourself sometimes. And I feel like it's time to really help yourself with that. And then this therapist is going to help you untangle and see things a lot clearly now. So I feel like in the next couple of months, you're going to really enjoy the sessions that you have with this person. I hope this helped, Renee.
Yeah, that's good. And let's see, Paranormal Hood Jiggy is a Pisces and wants to know if his kids will be all right.
Oh,
that's pretty.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
And could Crystal, Beauty, Wanda, Irk please relist their question and their birth signs, and please put them in all caps.
I think Crystal Beauty is one of my subscribers.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to get your channel address. I'm going to put it into the live chat so that people should subscribe Stephanie's got her own channel focused solely on tarot and tarot card readings. So if you're interested, I'm going to get her. I will get her channel address and put it in the live chat. Please do go over there. It's the least we could all do is go over there and subscribe. I got it, but I got to do some gymnastics to get it into the live chat. So bear with me, friends.
Okay, so Paranormal Hood Jiggy. So the sun is in reversed. I feel like there's been a disconnection with you and your children. I see. I feel like there's some type of situation where you're not connecting the way that you thought you could connect. And you're worried. The Four of Pentacles, you're trying to make sure they're okay. You're holding on to them. You're like, I want to make sure they're okay. And the thing is that causes a lot of imbalances, and that causes tension. I think there needs to be some kind of communication with your children for sure. I think that's the issue here at hand, is that the communication seems to be a little wonky, like not where you would like it to be. And this is why a lot of these emotions come up. And I feel like your children are fine. They're doing great. I feel like one of them is just sad that they don't speak to you, or that there's no communication here. I feel like sadness with one of your children. I think there's something of like yearning their dad. Like, I want my dad. You know what I mean? Like the throat chakra. Yeah, you guys need to communicate. Look at this throat chakra, communication. They're asking you, there's something you need to release. There's something that you need to communicate to your children. And this energy here, I feel like in the next couple of weeks, there needs to be a communication with you two, because I think that's the right time to do it. So if you can be able to do that with you and your children, I think that'd be amazing to figure out how they've been doing. But I feel like they're good. They're good. They're just hurting. That's all. They want their dad. And that's it.
Yeah. Being a dad is like the hardest job ever. I knew it was going to be difficult, but it really is hard. It's really rough sometimes,
Yeah.
I struggled, Yeah,
it's hard. I'm sure it's hard to being a parent, and then, kids are a lot. Okay. I don't have kids yet, but
yeah, well, enjoy your quiet time now, because
trust me,
gone. It sounds like I have two boys, so my house at 4 and 8. So it sounds like a herd of elephants in my house at all times. And my house is pretty big, but there's nowhere.
So loud.
You're not going to escape. Oh, we have Wanda Urker. I think you said they're from your channel, right? What is that sage you're using?
It's Palo Santo.
Oh, cool.
So I love using this. This is my favorite thing to use to cleanse space. Sage is pretty strong. Like the smell is very strong to my nose, but I like using this better.
Okay, and Wanda asks, she's the sign of Aries, and asks, is my studies in my future work, or what is?
Is my studies in my future work, or what is? What do you mean by that, Wanda? That's not, I don't understand your question.
Please rephrase it.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that you're wanting to know that is the main priority that you're gonna have in your life, working on your studies right now, or what do you think that it may be when it comes to your finances?
And also, somebody is asking what deck you're using right now, or what deck were you just using? Which kind?
Which one?
See, I don't know.
I'm like, which one? Because I have like this one.
I think she's used 3 so far, right?
Yeah, I have 3 right now.
3 different decks so far.
This one.
Is that typical of tarot card readers? Because I know one that uses the same old deck.
I can't do that. It doesn't give me. I need to get excited over my deck. You know what I mean?
Well, can you talk about the 3 decks that you did use so far a little bit?
Yes. So this one.
Wait. And in the meantime, Wanda, please rephrase your question so it's a little clearer.
So I just got this one. I don't have it. Hold on. I'm gonna like pop up on my screen on my end because I just recently got this one. But this is a newer tarot deck that I've purchased, and it's phenomenal. It gives a lot of truth. It's very in your face kind of energy. Let's see here. I'm trying to push it up and it's not allowing me. Okay, here we go. So it's the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Walden Tittle or Tilly. And then this one here is the Beyond Lumeria Oracle cards. And then this one, oh, I can't honestly think that I've had this for a while. Can try to find it here, but I've had this for a while. I can't think of the name on the top of my head. I have the box, but I'm not about to go get that. But this this deck is very truthful too. It gives very like it pulls deep into the situation. So I will try to get the name. I'll try to let Steven know if you guys ask me again. If I end up coming back on, I'll remember. Sure. But
yeah, and Wanda clarified their question.
Okay.
She wants to know, is what I study in school going to be my future job?
Okay.
That's probably pretty common concern for some people. I know somebody who went to school for like computer science and ended up doing nothing like computer science. You know, he ended up doing something completely different. And if anybody's hearing any crackling, that's my wood stove. I apologize. But I'm trying not to freeze to death here. It's going down to 20, maybe even 15.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cold.
I went outside and the ground's all crunchy. Like it's,
oh my gosh.
The ground is frozen. It is frozen out there.
That is cold. I'm over here in California and it's actually like springtime. It's like you're feeling
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you and all Floridians right now.
I mean, yeah, it's cool.
The high was like 38 today.
Oh, wow. What was it? The highest is 73.
Yeah. Low of 15.
Oof.
It really the temperature drops here at night. We're up in the mountains, so like at night the cold air blows in, and once the sun goes down, it just starts dropping. Yeah.
Oh man, that's intense.
It's okay. I'm safe and warm. I just got to keep feeding the beast next to me.
Well, as long as that's
it takes a lot of firewood when it's this cold. I just keep loading it up. As soon as you can put one more piece in there, I put another piece in there. You know.
That's so funny.
And I'm in my favorite chair at the cabin, which is right next to the wood stove.
So you're chilling then. You're chilling.
Yeah. I'm. It's 70 plus.
Oh, that's good.
There, so.
Oh, that's good. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I started putting a blanket over the door now because the door's real drafty. I have to fix it.
Oh, that's not good.
I built it, so it's not good.
Oh my gosh, that's definitely not good.
Yeah. So, anyone else? Questions? All caps.
Yes, and Wanda.
Oh, here we have one. We have
okay.
One.
So, we're still going on Wanda.
Oh, Wanda. I'm sorry.
Yes. We'll hit her after
oh, that's right. We got interrupted with the question about what kind of deck. So I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're all good. Okay. So Wanda, I see that you are having lost hopes about what it is that you're trying to accomplish here. I feel like you're not seeing the vision that you once did when you were in school in the beginning. I feel like you're kind of lacking that here. You can kind of see. Push that. There you go. So I feel like with the star card in reverse, I feel like there's definitely an imbalance with the way that you thought things were going to go. And then we have the 8 of Cups. I see you trying to walk away, and there's something about the past that's also coming up as well that you're still holding on to. So this is causing you in the future to not do what it is that you're studying for work, for what you're trying to do for a living. However, you're trying to move forward, but your heart's not letting you do it. And you're second guessing yourself. So the Emperor and the 3 of Swords, you're trying to move forward, but your heart's not letting you. Because your heart's not in it. So yeah, I feel like your heart's not, it's like keeps going in and out of it. So I feel like in the future, it's going to cause you not to do what you studied. And I think that you need to, I'm hearing like you need to go back to the beginning for why you even got into the major that you did. Why did you go into that major? What was the purpose? Well, you need to find that purpose again. And if not, then you need to switch out so that you can get into the right one. You know what I mean? awakening awareness. Yeah, you're starting to wake up to the truth in your life. You're like asking yourself, like, whoa, this is the hardcore truth of what I'm studying. Is this even worth it now? Because I'm seeing it at all angles. There's something I'm aware of now. Let's one more card real quick for her. Thank you. Radical expansion. This is crazy. You're awakening is what it is. Radical. It's asking you to expand yourself in your creative endeavors too. Is what I'm also getting. Something with the arts. I was getting that in the beginning of the reading, but I'm getting it harder now that the arts is something that you want to maybe try out. And that's why you're asking yourself, is this career even worth it? If I were to fall through with it and not my other passion, you know?
Yeah, I have to assume that's pretty common. Like,
oh, 100%.
You know, for people that want to pursue some kind of artistic thing for a career, you know, it's pretty common that people say, no, you don't want to do that, you know, go be an accountant, you know, or a lawyer or a doctor. You'll make money, you know, be miserable. I don't know. I'm probably most happiest when I'm doing artistic and creative things.
100%.
But it's really difficult to try to earn a living with those skills, you know. I ended up in cubicle land. So that's soul crushing though.
Oh, for sure.
I could not stand it. I'm never going back. I don't care what I have to do. Okay. And we have Noemi Arellano.
I feel like I've seen you before, Naomi. I feel like I have. I think you are one of my subscribers.
Yeah, she must be one of your subscribers. I don't recognize her, but welcome to our show here too.
Welcome.
Come and subscribe. I hope to see you again. And they want to know, what are Ellie Aquarius intentions with me?
Okay.
That's got to be a common question too, right? People might wonder about a person and what their intentions are, whether it's friendship or more, right?
100%. I always get those types of questions.
How is your new channel going? I see you slowly growing there, right?
Yeah, it's going really well. Because the thing is not, my channel is not just going to be based on tarot, right? There's other creative endeavors that I'm trying to trying to mold my channel with, and so that's why it's called Willow Unity, right? That's my business name, and so that's the title of, you know, the name of my channel. So there's going to be a lot of talking about holistic nutrition, talking about spirituality. We could talk about, you know, life in general, spiritual aspects of what people are going through, conspiracies, all kinds of stuff, you know, to be diverse. So, you know, but people love tarot though. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my subscribers are tarot. So
yeah,
you know,
I mentioned that I used to read tarot cards, but I did it after shows. I did these mentalism shows, and I did it after shows, and I cheated a lot with a cheat sheet because I just couldn't remember. It was part of the gig. Like, you had to do the tarot card readings. So I did like a stand-up show for the audience, and then afterwards, individually, if people wanted readings, I would do the tarot card readings. I got to get back to practice of that.
It's fun, man. It's
trying to figure out with a second camera how to show the cards better, though, if I'm doing certain spreads or something for the live show.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe something we do in the future. Or I may just have an expert like you, and then I don't have to worry about it. See
exactly. Why not? You know?
You're much better at. She's much better at this than me, folks. I guarantee it. I guarantee she's much better at this than me.
Okay, so. Okay, I figured. So right now with Naomi and this issue that you're going through with this person, I see that he wanted to cut you out. Or there's some issue here that wanting to cut somebody out, not wanting to get along and communicate, not having or really having discernment and making that decision because they feel like this situation isn't working the way that you want them to. I see with the Queen of Wands in reverse too is that there is something that has been delayed from you or pushed back from you or not being able to push forward into the situation. And then I see with the Six of Swords in reverse, like I don't see that that he's going to be walking away from you anytime soon. I feel like he's going to stay, even though he wants to cut you out. I feel like he's still going to stay though, because he knows that there's something with you that is so fiery and passionate. And the reason why I say that, because the fire card here, and then the balance force is here. So it's like you're yin and yang. So you're probably twin flames. I wouldn't doubt it. You probably are twin flames, and that's why you are going what you're going through. That's just how it is with twin flames. It could be very intense situation, because you guys are a lot alike. So I feel like take time, breathe, understand what the issue is, work on yourself. I can't hesitate this enough with, or say this enough with my people. I tell them all the time when they ask questions, work on you. You come first. You need to figure out what you're going through first, because you can't give someone love if you're not healed up. If you're not 100% with yourself, there's no way it's not going to work. There's going to be a lot of imbalances. You got to figure out what you're going through, and then you can really figure things out or do both. So, yeah.
Great. I hope that gives her some help. Relationships are rough.
Yep.
You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Boy, that's great. Dude, what a great chat room user ID.
Seriously.
Does that refer to crabs, like those kind of crabs?
I think they're referring to like their sign, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. And they're Cancer, and they want to know what their future husband would be like.
I always get those questions. Okay. And I'm going to say this right off the bat. If you were asking this question, I already know that there's been a lot of ups and downs in your life, and also too, like with men that you're trying to attract. And I feel like now you're starting to understand that things are starting to open up now. You're starting to heal yourself. You're starting to work on yourself. And now I feel like you're ready to get in the mingling situation with somebody and just talk to them. So I feel like that passion is firing up. That's just a quick message I got real quick from this person. So let's see what the cards have to say.
Oh, they're saying it's a famous SpongeBob reference.
Oh, okay.
I don't pay attention. My kids watch that, and I zone out. I just like, yeah, Krabby Patties. Yeah. The worst part when you have children is when you realize you've been sitting there watching SpongeBob for an hour and a half, and the children left and went to somewhere else. And then you go,
right.
why have I been watching SpongeBob for an hour and I didn't change it or turn it off?
Oh, man.
Just sitting here.
You're actually the one into the show. All right. Nine of Pentacles. This person is going to be very stable in their life. And I feel like with the Three of Cups, so that this person, they're dealing with a lot with their past relationship. So this person, I feel, has walked away from a toxic relationship. And Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so there's a lot of imbalances with the person that you're going to meet in the future. But I feel like this person is now working on themselves. Like they're financially stable. They're more getting ready to launch some type of like a business possibly. Yeah, Five of Torches, fire energy too. So I'm also getting that he's very competitive, and that this person is going to be very a go-getter. So financially, I think this person is something that is going to motivate you to push forward in your life if you cross paths with this person. So this person I could tell you about this person, but it's really up to you ultimately if this is the person that you want. You know what I mean? Like you have to, because you can say want something right now, and then maybe like 5 years later, your taste in men will change, or women, whatever you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful today.
You never
know.
Whatever. Overall, I feel like don't force this to happen, because a choice will be made, and this person will come in to offer you that love. Yeah, just be careful. Just focus on manifestation, because that's in your life, so that you can move the energy to flow forward. So it's telling me you need to work on yourself more so that this person could come in. And that's all.
Great.
Hope that helped you.
Okay, I know we had somebody. I'm having trouble finding it now. Hold on. One second here. You're like rapid fire doing this too.
Yeah, I'm used to it because I always go on
Really?
lives.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go on live and do this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
on your channel, right? Yeah, and I
Mm-hmm.
put Steph's channel in the live chat. It would be great if you guys all go over and subscribe.
Yeah.
So Rogue Status is a Virgo and wants to know if his latest job prospect will work out.
I feel that with this situation is that there's a lot of nervousness. And you're afraid that you're gonna mess it up. And that is dealt with the confidence issue. You need to have more self-esteem in the situation. But we'll see. I don't want to say too much. Okay, Virgo Road. Yeah, you're very analytical. You look at the small details of everything. You're too much in the mind. You gotta let this energy flow through you, you know? 7 of Wands. I feel like you feel a lot of not hopelessness. I don't want to say this, but you're allowing your guard to come down and be willing to accept what is there for you, though. That's for sure. I feel like you're more open to that. I don't see that you're going to be cutting things from around you in the past. I also feel like there's something that you've been holding on from the past. King of Swords in reverse. So something you're not cutting out. Could be the ways that you're thinking too. That needs to change. Yeah, there's Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, there's somebody that's not speaking to you, or this job opportunity not giving you the answers that you want. I think you need to hold on. Be careful. Don't walk away from this yet. I feel like you're wanting to walk away with the Queen of Swords and just cut it out. You're like, shh, whatever. I'm going to move on to the next thing. Don't do that. Just be patient. Patience, friend. Let's see Oracle for you. Stepping through. Yeah, you're just going with the motion of everything. You're just taking your time with it too. So it's asking you to take your time. Let it come to you. This opportunity can work well if you let go. So step through. Step through with confidence. Push forward. Eye on the prize. Have that confidence. Hope that helped you.
Nice. So you find a lot of people come to you just for general advice?
Yeah, I mean it's general, or sometimes some people come with very, very specific questions. And then sometimes I'll take out my pendulum, and if it's like a yes or no, I'll pull that out, and that too saves time. So it just, because there will be a lot of people that come in, and sometimes like I can only take so much. I will be on here literally for longest I've been on here almost 4 hours reading.
Wow.
Just in the zone,
Yeah, once you get in that zone, right?
You just can't break it. It's hard. But then you're like, okay, the time's all right. I gotta stop. You guys, whoever's left over, I'm sorry. Join my next one.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to keep you too long. We're not going to go much longer.
Oh no,
I really
I'm
just
sure.
wanted to introduce people to your channel.
Yeah, for sure.
And try to help you get some more subscribers, because I think that what you do is impressive. Like I have this decision I had to make, and I didn't tell you a lot of things. I just asked a general question about something, and the detail that you told me, even things that I was thinking about, and I didn't tell you any of that, was impressive to me.
Yeah, it's I like to also say that, because there's this like thing where you can actually, there's like 4 types of auras, right? And so I like to go based off of that too, because it explains a lot about the type of aura that you have. And there's a generator, there's a manifester, there's the reflector, and then I forgot the other one. I think it's I can't remember right now, but that one specifically is like 1%. Is the type of aura where you can sample everyone's energy, and you learn to like block yourself from it, right? It's really crazy thing of that, and so like that explains a lot with me. So I'm able to sample people's energy, and I can like unlock that, and I see what's going on, what's stagnant, and then I just kind of like tell them through tarot. I really don't need tarot, really. I just do it for people so that they can see something,
Oh,
So
that's interesting. And you do
yeah.
private readings for people off
Mhm.
air, right?
Mhm.
So that, but people can contact you through your channel
Yeah.
to get in touch with you in order
Yeah.
to get a more detailed reading, right?
Yeah, they can contact me through my Instagram, Twitter, and then my email. If you really want to really reach me, I'll definitely answer my emails. I'm always on my emails. So
Do you want to give your email address?
yeah,
Go ahead.
you want me to type it in the chat or?
No, you can just say it.
Okay.
Can't you? Yeah.
It's Stephanie at willowunity.com. And just email me and I will email you back, and then we'll schedule
Yeah,
an
I'll
interview.
copy.
And
I'll put that in the live chat as well, so that people can
yeah,
just get it from the live chat. It's important that
okay.
people be able to contact you. You're doing this. It's a very nice thing that you're doing here
Yeah.
to come and introduce our audience here to some of your pretty amazing readings. Everybody, Rogue Status said you nailed it. Thank her for me. Everybody that got a
Aw,
reading tonight was very positive about your reading there. So
thank
I'm
you.
gonna copy your email address into the live chat
Yeah.
so that people can contact you for a private reading. Otherwise, you can get you do these general readings every month, right? For each sign, right? For each.
Yeah, so I'll go in and I will read the energies of the collective of that particular sign, and then I'll tell you insights, what's coming up, what's been going on, how you can work through that. Because my readings are very unique. Like I just don't do tarot with my personal readings that I have with my clients. Like I go in deep, so I use life coaching with it. So I like to call it intuitive coaching instead of like, oh, get tarot readings for me. So I guess that's what stands me different than most tarot readers, is that I don't call it tarot. I call it intuitive coaching, because we really go deep into it so we can heal you. So
Yeah. And we had Brad Gray. I'm trying to find Brad Gray. Put your birth sign again. I'm trying to get this birth sign. And I think he wanted a general reading. Just
ooh,
tell me
okay.
something about myself.
What's this
Cancer.
a lot of cancers in here today, and Capricorns, I feel, in Virgos.
Yeah.
Earth signs and water. Okay. What is going on?
And his question was, tell me something about myself. That's pretty general.
100%. Ooh. It seems like you walked away from a relationship, or someone walked away from you with the Eight of Cups. Now the Lovers here and the Two of Cups. So this is something you've been dealing with. You walked away, or this person walked away from you because you saw the illusion, or this person saw the illusion about who you are or who this person is, who has Seven of Cups. So this is usually a cup of like either really imagining and seeing your options, looking at what's there for you, and it also symbolizes too like illusions that are in front of you that you need to see, but you can't because there's a veil. So I feel like the veil got lifted for this person, and this person is now seeing clearly, or that other person is, and that's okay. When things don't work and you walk away, it doesn't mean it's like a bad thing. It means, okay, like you learned your lesson with this individual, and it's time to heal and walk away and do the inner work, and then eventually someone else will come on that will resonate with your vibration, and that's what it is. That's just how it is. And then we'll quickly pick a oracle for you to know. Well, trust your innocence. So trust your intuition. Your intuition was spot on about the situation that you're dealing with. So use your intuition more. All right, use it more, because it doesn't fail you ever. When you connect to that, it's like you'll see things a lot clearer in your life, and you'll make better decisions. So yeah, hope that helped.
Now we have a question, and I just want to caution, because Jeanette is asking for a reading, but she's saying, I'm a Leo, I'm sick, what do you think it is? And I just want to caution people that, a tarot card reader is not a medical professional. So maybe that's not a good question.
No.
But right?
It's not, because
that's not a question that you would even,
you can't.
If somebody comes to you with here's why I think Stephanie's ethical. because some people that do what you do, they'll answer these kind of
Whatever.
questions or give people medical advice or advice on a mental illness that they're currently going through. And I don't think that that's a very good thing to do. You don't go to a psychic or a tarot card reader for medical advice, right?
Well, that's what one of the JC, he has a tarot reader that I sometimes ask questions to her too, because she'll do the same over there, and she'll answer like medical questions, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, that's a little, you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because you're not a medical professional to
Yeah.
really say what's going on. I don't care what you say about energy, this and that and the other. No, you really don't know truly.
Yeah, Jeanette.
what
So
the person's
Jeanette
going
says she understands. So yeah, if you want to
Okay.
ask a different question, and then we'll be wrapping up here shortly. So
through. Yeah.
Jeanette, if you want to ask a different question, that would be fine. I just don't, I didn't think that you would answer a medical question, but I wanted to be sure. And you're right. I know that channel, and like, boy, he's got some nutters on there. There is some nutters, and I'm friends. I don't know if we're friends.
Well,
I'm
that's how I saw
friendly
you
with
though
him.
for the first time. Is that you commented on what's her name? It's not Carrie Cassidy. You commented on her thing when he had the interview, and I saw you in the chat. I was like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah, come over to my channel if you want to know the truth or whatever." And so I was like, "All right, I'm gonna click on that." And so I clicked on it, and then I enjoyed your content because I like how you really say the truth. You know what I mean? You're like, "Wait a minute."
We try, and if I don't know, I say I don't know. Like lately we've been getting into some more esoteric stuff, like the reptilian alien overlord. Abductee victims, and I'm open to like letting people share their stories, but I don't know if that guy's telling the truth, like, because he doesn't have any evidence, so just have to, I suppose, let people use their discernment. I hate that because most of the people who say use your discernment, it's a cop-out. Like, there's shows where show hosts will say that knowing that they have so Jeanette, we'll wrap up with this then. Jeanette F is Leo, and she doesn't want to ask a medical question, just a general reading.
Okay, we can do that. No problem for you.
Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed this, let me know, and we'll try to twist her arm into coming back.
Yeah,
she could do, as far as I'm concerned, she could do twice a week for the next 3 years, right?
Shoot. Why not? Why not? It's fun. I get to interact with you guys on his channel, and it's cool. You guys get to see me in person because I know I interact with people in the chat too, so they're probably like, "Oh, that's
Steph's an audience member here a lot and in the live chat, so it was good to get to connect a face to the name and everything, and get to know you a little better."
Exactly.
Typing to me is very impersonal, though. I spent my entire life chatting online, like
right.
Even before the internet, I was on IRC before people knew that you could chat on a computer to other people in other parts of the country.
That's one thing too. Other parts of the country, you meet some people. I used to be on Anchor, and Anchor used to have like this because they're a podcast app, and so but you could connect to people around the world, and so like depending, you'll pick a topic, and someone will pick the same topic, and you guys link together, and we discuss on like what they think, and they're like literally on the other side of the world, and you're like, oh wow, so crazy,
Yeah.
So,
we're cool. I think the internet has made the world much smaller, Like, I talked to a friend who's living in China right now.
Whoa,
and that's cool. Yeah, interesting, really.
I bet. Okay, so Jeanette, I see right now that there was a disappointment around you with possibly a relationship or a situation from the past that you were dealing with, and I see that the devil is reversed, so I see that there's not that energy lingering around this past relationship. There was like false hope, or the situation was like not what you thought it was, because there's a lot of toxicity in that relationship or in that situation. It could be a job situation as well, but you knew that the situation wasn't going to work for you, and you decided to end that, or it came down to an end. I also see the Chariot in reverse, so things are not moving the way that you thought. So things are are at a standstill. Also, there could be a lot of imbalances that you're experiencing because it's the yin and yang energy that from what I'm receiving from this card. So there are imbalances in the body that that are blocked. So you need to figure out your chakra system and possibly go to a Reiki healer is what I'm getting to unblock yourself from those energies, because I can't talk about energy for sure. I can tell you what chakra is blocked, but I cannot give you medical advice because I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't do that. But I can say that energetically there is blockages that you need to unleash, which is your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your root. You need to unlock those. Also too, you need to unlock your crown chakra as well. So we have, and the third eye, free. Yeah, you have a lot of blocks. Freedom is the card that you're receiving. So you want freedom from the things that have been going on in your life. There's a lot of toxicities around you. You need to cut out, to better yourself, so you don't have disease in the body, right? So you're seeking freedom, and that's what you will get as soon as you start working on yourself.
Yeah. Okay, I said we're going to wrap it up, but somebody asked really nice in the Facebook comments, if you don't mind. Yeah, we'll wrap up after this. So Sadie Jane watching on Facebook would like to know, I am Cancer, and the question is, will the real estate home property I want come to me?
There's stagnation. I'm getting, I see like there's some delay or something blocking it. And that is what you're going through right now. You're trying to push away. There's something that's not working at the timely manner that you would like it to. And I feel like that brings a lot of worry. So it also blocks you from seeing the truth, because I feel like it can happen for sure. But there is something in the way of that. And I think you know this, but we'll do a little bit of cards here. All right, so
yeah, I know, because I just went through this big move a few years ago, moving out of the city to the suburbs. That whole moving and finding a new house and selling your current house, that is a big box of stress. Especially because my house, I didn't plan, like we didn't put our house up for sale. Like a real estate developer knocked on our door and gave us a big offer because he wanted to build houses on the lots next door. So it was like unexpected, but it was like, well, we kind of want to move to the suburbs and this is a great offer. So and then we had to hurry up and pack our crap and get out,
Oh my gosh.
And find a new house. And then the first house fell through on the day we were supposed to move into it.
Oh my goodness.
So we had to hurry up and find a new house. Yeah, it was a nightmare for a little while. But we're so happy. It is a nightmare. It all worked out and we're so happy in the new home, and
Yeah, that's really good. It's always a struggle, but you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for her, I see that you need to back down because the 7 of Wands is here in reverse. So I see that there needs to be some backing down. Just hold on, because the wheel of fortune is still turning here, and so it's still in the works. So there's still things that are working, that you can't see right now, but ultimately there is going to be happiness because we have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like don't worry so much. Get out of your mind. All right. And stop focusing on it so hard. Which I know it's hard to do. I know it is, because there's a lot involved. But if you start to let go a little bit and allow the universe to do its job, you will have the Ace of Cups. We'll pull an oracle for you too, so that you can hear the messages through this deck.
You said you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does your husband think of your?
Hello. He's like, hello.
What does your husband think of what you do? Is he like a believer or yeah?
Honestly, at first he didn't really understand it. Like he didn't know what it was at first. He's like, okay, it's just cards, whatever. And then as soon as I started doing it, he saw, because I would do this with my friends too. So we'll have he was skeptical, just like everybody else is. And then we did a little sesh, and I did it in front of my friends, and my friends were tripping out. And then that's when he saw whoa, okay, this is legit, And then he goes with it. Now he's cool with it. He's like, oh, okay, you have to go do it. Okay.
Yeah, but I gotta imagine that it's got to be a little nerve-wracking having a psychic wife. It's hard enough to keep something from a normal woman. My wife's I don't know that she's psychic, but there's nothing I could ever hide from her.
Oh, she
ever.
probably is.
Yeah.
What's her
Her
sign?
Yeah, Capricorn, I believe.
Oh. And you? What are you?
Gemini.
Interesting. I'm a Libra. But yeah, the Capricorn's shoosh. I bet you can't hide anything from her. She just knows. Or it could be a woman thing too, you know?
Yeah, it's a woman thing.
Could be a woman thing, you know what I'm saying? All right, so sacral chakra. So yeah, as sacral chakra is that fire energy, right? That's located near your navel, above your navel. And I feel like there's a lot. Wow, and even a heart chakra too in this one. This is crazy. So I feel like these two energies. Look at how vibrant these two energies are. So I feel like it's asking you that you need to heal your heart chakra. You need to open your heart, and you need to not be so strenuous on your stomach. So if you have been having stomach issues, this could be a result too, that you need to balance your sacral chakra so you can move forward with that fire energy, so that you can use that fire energy to create. So creation is in the midst right now. That's why we have the Wheel of Fortune. So instead of worrying, use your manifestation and act like you already got that house. Act like you already are living in that house and you already got it. Everything was great. And you'll be able to manifest that for yourself. But I do see you will end up getting it.
I hope that she does. Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, moving is stressful.
It's very stressful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can't thank you enough for doing this.
Yeah.
And everybody that got a reading was really enjoying it. And several people said that you nailed it for them, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to throw you out of here and do a quick wrap up. And then continue to try not to freeze to death here.
Oh my gosh.
Feel the temperature dropping in here.
I
can feel it. Like I've got to go shuffle that wood stove around and open it up. It's like damped down so that I could get through the show without, hold on, let me throw these big logs in here,
Well, I hope you'll be good though. Once you do that, I'm sure it'll be.
All right. So I'm copying your channel address into the live chat, and your email address I will copy as well. So if you guys want to get a private reading, be sure to contact her through email and make sure that everybody subscribes to her channel. Let's help her get a bigger bullhorn.
Yes,
it's all about the bigger bullhorn. There's we've had a lot of people watching tonight, and Sadie Jane says very much appreciate your reading for me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and David Hill wants me to post your info here to Facebook. Yes, I will post it to Facebook as well. So I'm going to throw Stephanie out. Thank you very much. And you don't need to stick around, so you could just X out of the thing. Sure. And I'm going to do a quick wrap up and talk to the live chat for a little while. Thank you very much for doing this. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Stephanie. I hope you come back and do this again. This was fun.
Come back. Bye.
And thank your husband for loaning you to us for a little while.
For sure. Oh
wait, that sounded wrong. That didn't sound right. I didn't mean it like that, bro. I meant.
It's all good.
Okay. All right. Good.
Bye, Stephen.
All right. Thanks, Steph. Bye-bye. All right, friends. So this is our first Truthseekers Tarot card reading night. And I got to say, I had a good time listening to the readings and trying to help everybody to get one. I know that some people are skeptical. And I also recognize a few people mentioning in the live chat that what Steph does was not your typical tarot card reading. And she mentioned that I believe that a lot of people who believe they have intuitive abilities use the cards as sort of a focal point or a guide or a help. So maybe that's what she's doing there. And I've had tarot card readings from people who literally just do these spreads and then they tell you what each card means, but it almost seems a lot more scripted than what Stephanie does. And I felt like I enjoyed Stephanie's reading more than a typical tarot card reader who would just pull a bunch of cards and then tell me what each card represents, right? Some people leave things open to interpretations. And Brandon Young mentions that Reemsey is a good tarot card reader, is a very good reader. Well, Reemsey, if you would like to be a guest, and because I would do this again, right? Did everybody have a good time? I think that we did. So if Reemsy would like to come on and do a night of tarot card readings, I would be very open to that. And Reemsy is, friend to the show. I love his piano room. I want your whole piano room, Reemsy. I want you to like tear down the walls, ship me the piano. He's got a beautiful, is that a baby grand that you have? I think it is. Reemsy's got, and Reemsy's doing a special event. If somebody can find the link to Reemsy's performance special event, I would very much appreciate it. And Vibe with Me is in a live chat mentioning her readings are less generic than most I've seen. Good stuff. Yeah, that's the impression that I got from the reading that I got. Oh, and Reemsy says I have 3 grand pianos. Well, that's pretty amazing. I have 0. So why don't you send me one of yours, right? I should have one. I really should. But then I think of the space that it takes up, Reemsy, and I'm good with just a keyboard, like, because the keyboard doesn't take up that much space, and I can have, with the, Reemsy, with the synthesizer keyboard, you could have 800 sounds coming out of one instrument. So I tend to prefer them. But every once in a while, when I write a really good song with piano sounds, I want to record it with the grand piano. Maybe I'll come visit you for the few times that I have to do that. And I can choose between your wonderful pianos. So Reemsy, you feel free to post the link. You're doing a special event, right, where you're going to be playing piano? I could use some piano lessons too, Reemsy. I'm terrible. I'm trying to load this wood stove, but I'm having a real hard time here. So bear with me, friends. As far as like people being skeptical in the live chat, that's fine too. I think I knew enough about Stephanie to know that she wouldn't be upset if somebody was skeptical in the live chat. We're all free to, I'm going to say it again, use your discernment, right? That's what guys say. I think a lot of guys say that when it's a cop out. I wanted to do this there are some people that are firm believers, and here we can look over there and see my wood stove going. It's getting really cold outside, friends. It's about 20 outside right now, I believe. Last I'm checking right now. Ooh, it's 18 outside. Yeah, a little nippy out there. Definitely a little nippy. So, yeah, I'm not on fire. The wood stove is on fire. But as cold as it is outside, it's still probably 65 or so in here. Just kind of like the wood that, I loaded this thing up before the show began. It's getting, I have to load it again. So, and then Jiggy asks, is this the Believer Seekers show now or what? Well, Jiggy, I thought that, everybody's free to do their show their way, right? And for me, if every single show, all I did was rip apart frauds and fakes, I think that gets a little old. So for me, I decided that for some things, I have no problem with people that read tarot cards, right? For me, and I believe for a lot of people, tarot card reading is simply a form of entertainment or maybe advice, right? Somebody struggling to make a decision, whatever the case may be, curious about something and could use the insight of another person. I don't think there's anything wrong with tarot card readings. And I wanted to showcase someone like Stephanie, who I think has a very unique approach to doing it, and let the audience decide if you believe she's cold reading and just giving general statements. Good. We all have to make up our own mind about these things. And I'm going to let the audience make up their own mind. I'm not going to tell them. I can tell you that my own personal interaction with her and the reading that I got seemed to be, there's a few things in there that really made me go, that's not cold reading, because it was too specific and distinct, right? But, you know, I also leave open the possibility that I could be wrong, that I could just be assigning, you know, like I could be interpreting her reading in a way that leads me to believe that she has some insight, supernatural, paranormal, or otherwise, when that may not be the case. I can tell you that for my own personal experience with her, and I'm not an ardent believer in tarot card readings and psychic phenomenon, and my expectations for her giving me a reading were extremely low, totally low. Like I was just like, yeah, okay, you can give me a reading, Steph, before you come on the show and do the readings. And I wasn't expecting what I got back. And, you know, maybe someday I'll talk more about that reading, because it was pretty spot on, accurate, if you ask me, you know. My wife is watching and referencing Reemsey. Yeah, so my wife is agreeing with Reemsey, who said, I think the tarot deck is a picture book of wisdom, and you can read it like any other illustrated book. I can't believe that it predicts the future, though. It just does not do that. And my wife Sharon says, this is what I feel about the Bible, too, a book of morals. Yeah, I don't know. For some people, especially people who believe that they are intuitive or psychic, you know, they use the tarot as sort of a focus for those abilities that they believe that they have, or, you know, sort of like a guide to help them give the readings. Brandon Young mentioning waiting for Rachel Hoffman Part 2. You know, she's real busy. Brandon Young, she's in like 6 movies, and I mean some bigger movies. She's in a movie with Stormy Daniels, Brandon Young, but I'm going to try to get her back on and talk about her adventures making these movies, because I think she's awesome. Rachel Hoffman is awesome. For those that don't know, she is from Paranormal Expeditions, Rachel Hoffman, a ghost hunter, and grew up with a ghostly friend that she found out was basically buried in her backyard. They found a grave later after she had been talking to this person for some time. And boy, that's a creepy story, right? Imagine if you were her parents and you found out that her imaginary friend was literally buried in the woods in the back of your house, because that's basically part of her story. Interesting. Prag Magic is excited to hear more about Jiggy's secret kids. I don't think it's a secret that he had kids. He's mentioned his children on his show, I think. Yeah, I don't know, Jiggy. I know she's in the movies. I don't know if she has speaking roles or what. You know, I think she's a little more than an extra in a couple of them. So, and Brandon Young says she's hot, though. Yeah, I can't comment on that because my wife is watching. You trying to get me in trouble, Brandon Young? Yeah, I'm going to say no comment. Oh, Paranormal Hajigi. There you go. Okay, so that was a gotcha. I don't have any kids. You tell me you're a black man that doesn't have any children. I don't believe you. There's probably a few. Yeah, like I said, Jiggy, I don't know what her role in the movies is. I know that she's in a bunch of movies. One of them is a horror movie where she's like getting murdered, and I don't know. She was posting pictures of like all this bloody stuff when they were filming the stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, All Around Arbiter says, all I see it as is just entertainment, and I was entertained. Yeah. And, the other thing that I'll say is, like, if you're struggling to make a decision or you're really worried about something, it's got to be helpful to have somebody offer you some advice, right? So I don't really find any harm in that. Uh, the harm is, when some of these crackpot ones that have no ethics start giving people medical or psychological advice. That I have a problem with. So, yeah, but it is what it is. I wanted to expand our horizons here and see if we could have some psychics or tarot card readings on. I'd really like to see if Reemsey will come on and do tarot card readings. We could do this every once in a while. We could have a tarot night. It's something I'm interested in as well. And I would be open to hosting if we could get some others. So if anybody knows any good tarot card readers that would be willing to come on the show and do a night with us, please have them email me. I'm going to put my email address up here on the screen. If we can find it here. Yeah, that's truthseekershow@gmail.com. If you know of any tarot card readers that would be interested or open to coming on our show here to do a night of tarot readings for our audience, our live audience, please have them email me. And we're going to wrap things up here, friends. I made a lot of progress on the cabin sleeping loft earlier today. Boy, is that tedious. It is such a tedious job. Basically like cutting tons of different boards. And the thing that's annoying is that they are all slightly different length because of the way the back wall is and everything. I don't know. I'm not a carpenter, so I am not a carpenter, not one bit. But I'm going to share here. I'll share my screen so people can see what I'm up to. And I haven't shown my wife yet. I like to let her know that I'm actually working here, so she lets me keep coming back. I got a boss, right? And there's even a sign in the other room. And it says, "Welcome to Sharon's cabin. She's the boss. I just work here." So, yeah. Yeah, so here is the sleeping loft. And it's all these little boards that have to be cut to length and nailed up here. Vanessa said sleeping sauna. Yeah, maybe. So I'm that far. I got a little more to do. I'm hoping that I'm going to finish this section here where there's still exposed insulation tomorrow. And boy, this has been one of those things that I've been working on or that I've been avoiding. I have been avoiding doing that because I'm not a carpenter, and also the tediousness. Like, I knew it was going to be tedious to cut all these boards and nail them all up. But I didn't believe, it was worse than I thought. But I will say this, I'm very glad that I finally got over, when I don't know how to do something too, it makes me just afraid to do it. Yeah, it's a bedroom, Brandon. It's a sleeping loft. It's not a bedroom. It's a loft above the main room here, which is like the eating kitchen. And it's got a ladder up to it, but nobody ever wants to sleep in it. But maybe that's because it's ugly and unfinished. And if it was finished, maybe people would want to sleep in it. I don't know. But it needs to be done because, these things tend to become an energy drain on you. Like, every time I looked at that when I was in the kitchen, I would think to myself, I really got to finish that sleeping loft. And I look at it all the time. So I would, so constantly looking at that for a year and a half or probably almost 2 years now, going, I got to finish that. And then also I'm stupid and do stupid things like the ceilings and the sleeping loft in the kitchen were not finished yet. But I built a whole big addition on the cabin, which I'm sitting in now. But at the time, it seemed like we need more room, right? We definitely need more room with the kids here and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, V. So the kids can slide into the kitchen. Yeah, maybe I need a pole, right? Like a fireman pole. They would probably like that. Yeah. And so our Marshall says being productive when work is slow. Yeah, I feel like I put in a good day's work today. That sleeping off was less than half finished, and now it's way more. It's like 3/4 of the way finished now. So tomorrow, and I also got sidetracked because I forgot that I had to run a wire for the light that will be up there. So I had to pull boards down that I already nailed up and drill holes and run the line and then put the boards back, and that pissed me off. But hopefully tomorrow I'm not. There's the back wall has to be finished too. I have to figure that out, and then I have to finish the side walls, and then there's going to be some trim and stuff to cover the edges because I can never get it. I can never get it exactly right, you know. So that's what trim is for. You just cover the edges, and hopefully it'll all work out. But I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. This is our first Truth Seekers Tarot night. And Brandon Young, you should definitely. It'll be a revenue source, right? You too can like see some random light in the sky and decide it's aliens and make 7 documentaries about nothing. Not a fan of Skinwalker Ranch, never have been. I mean, there's some interesting stories surrounding that place, but Bigelow invested millions into all these scientists and all this kind of stuff, and they never found any definitive proof of anything, right? Yeah, Reemsey says, I had a happy time. I like tarot programs. Yeah, I figured that everybody would enjoy this. And also, Reemsey, everybody's telling me what a great tarot card reader you are. Why don't you come on the show and do the next tarot card night with us? You'd be the reader. I would really like to host that. And maybe we'll play some of your music or stuff like that. That would be fun. I would definitely be interested in doing that. So email me if you are, if you would agree to that, because I think everybody would enjoy that. And I've heard from multiple people that you're a really good card reader. So I would be interested. In doing that, right? Paranormal Hood says, yeah, I'd love a reading from Reemsey. Yeah, and V says, Reemsey, your tarot is top notch. So I think we have our next guest for Truth Seekers Tarot Night booked, right? I just got to get confirmation. Oh, come on, Reemsey. I don't really read for other people. I'm more of a tarot historian and an esoteric reader. I don't do fortune telling. Well, do it whatever way you want to do it, but come on here and do it. Can you tell I need guests, Reemsey? Come on. Help a brother out. So, friends, I'm going to get out of here and try to load up this wood stove before I freeze to death. I can definitely feel the temperature dropping in here as that wood stove is not blaring anymore. So it's time for me to bail out of here. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us, and I especially want to thank our guests tonight, Stephanie. I'm going to do this one more. Actually, you know what? Before I bounce out of here, I'm going to do this one more time. I am going to put Stephanie's channel in the live chat. Please do go over and subscribe to her. That's the least we could all do, because she came here and gave us her time and her energy and shared her talents with us. The least we could all do is go over there and subscribe to her channel. And that would be, I would really appreciate if you guys would do that. And Reemsey says, send me a DM on Twitter and we will set something up. Awesome. We've got another tarot card reading for another Truth Seekers Tarot night in the form of Reemsey, friend of the show. So if you enjoyed tonight, we're going to do it again with different tarot card readers, and hopefully we'll be able to get Stephanie back as well. I'm going to copy Stephanie's email address, and for private readings, contact Stephanie here. And I'm putting her email address into the live chat. If you guys enjoyed her tarot card reading and you would like to get a more detailed reading, a personal reading, she does those, and you can contact her at stephanie@willowunity.com. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. I will also copy those links onto the Facebook video because there's a lot of people on Facebook Live watching tonight. So I'll be sure to copy onto the, let's see, I'm going to do that right now because I'll forget to do this, and that's not fair. Yeah, I want to make sure that everybody that wants to contact her is able to. So here's her email address. Next step for a private reading. There you go. And I'm going to copy her channel address and put it in the comments in the Facebook Live. So if you were watching on Facebook Live, I'm going to write, please sub to Steph's channel. Yeah, so if you enjoyed tonight, you really do want to go and subscribe. She just started her channel, so she could really use more subscribers. And I'd like to help her out with that. Like I said, she was very kind to come and do this today. I could say some, I'm not going to get negative, but I've asked so many of these people that do tarot cards or are psychics or whatever to come on our show. And a lot of people have just flat turned me down, but I think that could be because we have a tendency to be very skeptical here. And I'm trying to balance things up, and to those who didn't enjoy tonight because you think tarot is, hogwash or cold reading or not valid, then, I'm sorry, we can't please everybody. Some shows I do, you may like, and some you may not enjoy so much. But I think the vast majority of people do enjoy the tarot card readings. So we're going to do it again with Reemsey very, very soon. I do want to remind you, we have a Patreon here and PayPal if you would like to donate and help the show along. I was sad to hear that CW Channer's channel got demonetized. I've been waiting 8 weeks for them to monetize our channel here, and I have a feeling they're just never going to do it. So we're going to have to rely, if you want to see the show continue, on Patreon and PayPal donations. There is, just go to our main channel and go to the About section, and go to the About section, and there are Patreon and PayPal donate buttons. Yeah. So I think that some people are just never happy no matter what you do. So can't please everybody. I can just try to do the best that I can. Z says, my review of this channel, not enough audience interaction. Hope this helps build your channel. Well, usually we have more audience questions and interaction, but doing the tarot stream, it's kind of like I can take the question and then wait for Steph to, so I'm not sure about that. Victor Church says, good job, fun stream. Yeah. Brandon, that's not nice. Brandon says, my review of Z, not good. Everybody's a critic, Brandon. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It's just, I've got to develop a thick skin because there's no way to get through this without a thick skin. Like some people are going to like what you do. Some people are not going to like what you do. And actually, I'm kind of happy when people are passionate one way or the other. It means I'm kind of doing my job. Get the best guests that you can and try to do a good show. And if people, some people have been like really venomously angry at me for having this guest or that guest. And like, okay, I get it. You're passionate and you didn't like that person or what they're talking about or selling or, whatever. Yeah, Reemsey, if we can't criticize each other, who can we criticize? And BG says all feedback is good feedback. I listen to everyone, even the people who are telling me I suck. Which reminds me, let me go and check. Let me go and check because my favorite thing in the universe sometimes happens here. And wow, we have amateur numbers tonight. There's only one downvote. And thank you, V. V says Cambion is consistently the one of the most pleasant to interact with, as is his audience. Good. I'm glad to see it. Solar Marshall wants me to gain 200 pounds and start tagging to be the Alex Jones of ufology. Yeah. Yeah. The reptile cop. Yeah, I know, Rogue Status. That was a weird one. You know, some of them are going to be weird. Weird is good sometimes. Yeah. So I really got to bounce out of here and load up this wood stove before I freeze to death. That's my goal for tonight, is to not freeze to death. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments and encouragement, and also for being very respectful to the guest, even if you really don't believe in psychics or tarot card reading. And everybody knows I'm quite skeptical. So I try to bring the best quality person that I could find that would do it, right? And I hope that you all had a good time. I'm always happy when there's an audience. We had a great audience tonight. I want to thank you for being a part of it. Until next time, friends, my name is Stephen Cambion. Good night, and God bless all of you.